Okay, so the starting point, the Milsim. Well, before you even have to ask yourself, what gear do I need to go to this? First, we have to answer a couple questions about the event itself. Where is this going to be located? What's the price to get into there? What company am I going to try to play through? What style and skill level are they expecting? How am I going to get there? What's going to be the lodging situation? All these questions are things that you should be going through your mind when you first dive into picking an event. In my personal opinion, the first and foremost is the location. Here in the United States, we have them all year long and all around. There's even some throughout the world, believe it or not. Europe is huge with it. You're going to want to ask yourself, what's my budget in both time and money to be able to attend? If it's something, could be a half hour away, maybe an hour away, or it could be a 4-hour drive, or you may even have to take a plane. That's a big consideration you should take before even clicking the button to enlist in this event, no matter how much you might like it. The lodging. Is camping on site? Are there Airbnb and home-wise options nearby? Or maybe bed and breakfast? Or at the very least, you might have to go to a hotel. But those are something to look at as well. And those prices can range, I've seen, as little as $25 for some Airbnbs, all the way up to what your typical hotel can cost. So that's something you need to take in consideration as well. Some of these events are multi-day, meaning it could be Friday and Saturday, scrimmages in between. You might play for a couple hours, have a break, play for a couple hours, and then leave, and then play the next day. So you might have to stay overnight. There's some events like Milsim West. Once you go into the field, you're staying there for the night. So lodging may not be as much of an issue, at least for that night. Maybe the night before and or night after, if it's a far enough distance to travel. If you have to take a plane, plane tickets are going to be up there, as well as the things you would need as far as proper TSA requirements for air travel with your rifle. Now you might be asking yourself, well, when I read them, there's not really an explanation of how they have a setup. Is it like a capture the flag thing, or is it just team deathmatch style? I don't understand. Well, to answer that, what I've found in the past is sometimes just emailing the company or the airsoft field that's having the event and ask. Most of them are very open to explaining how the setup is. Take Desert Box, for example. He has a couple setups on the field as far as strategic points that you capture. And you gang or take away points from the other team by holding those positions, almost like a bleed-out style. Within those operation styles, you can have a pretty good feeling of skill set that you can expect. Last fall, I went to one that I knew going into it, my skill set was at best somewhat on level with them. However, what I didn't expect is my gear was nowhere near where it should have been. I was outmatched very much. But I digress. So this is the things you want to think about as your starting point / research into it. So just a real quick bullet point. Where's this going to be? How can I get there? What's my lodging situation for it? The price to play, and that's including everything from buying the ticket to getting there, staying there, eating, etc. So you want to make sure that you can effectively hit all those points to where you can have a good time at the event. So that's to wrap up this part. Hopefully that answered some questions that you might have been thinking about, or at least pointed you in a direction for getting started.